Hi there, I'm Wade Price with eXp Realty. Today I'm sharing why Columbia, Tennessee might not be the right place for everyone. Now, I love helping people find the perfect fit here in Middle Tennessee, but Columbia, like any town, has its challenges. So before you start packing boxes or scheduling movers, let's take a closer look at the things no one's really talking about. If you're thinking about relocating or just researching the area, be sure to subscribe and give this video a like. It helps more than you know. So let's dive in. There are traffic and infrastructure issues. So let's talk about something you'll quickly notice if you spend a few days driving around Columbia, the traffic. Now, Columbia has seen a major population boom over the last decade. More families are moving in, new businesses are popping up, and neighborhoods are expanding faster than ever. And while that kind of growth brings excitement and opportunity, it also brings a real strain on the infrastructure. The biggest issue, the roads simply haven't caught up. Take Highway 31, for example. It's the main north-south route running right through town. During rush hour, especially in the morning when folks are commuting to Spring Hill or Nashville, you can expect slowdowns that stretch for miles. And it's not just commuters feeling it. Even running a quick errand in the afternoon can mean sitting at lights for 10, 15, sometimes even 20 minutes. If you're headed toward Bear Creek Pike or trying to access Saturn Parkway, prepare for construction zones, merging traffic, and minimal alternate routes. The detours, they're not always well marked, and if you're not local, they can throw your GPS into a tailspin. Believe me, it's done it to me. You might be thinking, well, that's part of living anywhere that's growing, right? And you'd be right, but here's the difference. Columbia's growth has outpaced its road planning. While city and county leaders have proposed long-term solutions like widening lanes, adding roundabouts, and reworking key intersections, those projects are moving slowly. Some are years out from completion, and the frustration among residents is starting to show. So if you're someone who values quick commutes or smooth travel between neighborhoods, this is something you really want to weigh carefully. Now let me ask you this, have you ever thought about how traffic affects your daily quality of life? It's not just the time you spend in your car, it's the stress, the gas money, the unpredictability, and if you're moving from a more developed area with smoother flow, Columbia might feel like a step back in that department. If you're considering a move to Columbia and want to know which areas are most impacted by traffic and which neighborhoods offer easy access to major roads, let's chat. I've walked clients through this exact situation, and I'd be happy to share what I've learned from living and working around this area. Now let's talk about some rising home prices. Let's have a real conversation about housing costs in Columbia, because if you're coming here hoping for a steal, you might be in for a bit of a sticker shock. A few years ago, Columbia was known as an affordable hidden gem. It offered small town charm with prices that made it a small alternative to places like Franklin, Brentwood, or the suburbs of Nashville. But over the last 4 to 5 years, that affordability has changed dramatically. As of this year, the median home price in Columbia is ranging between $360,000 and $420,000, depending on the location, age, size of the home, lot size. In some of the newer developments on the north side, think areas near Neapolis or close to the Highway 431 corridor, it's not uncommon to see homes listed well above $500,000. Now that's still nothing like Franklin or Nashville, let me be clear. In 2018, you could pick up a modest 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in the Riverside area for around $220,000. Today, that same property is pushing $390,000, and it might still need updates. That's a 77% increase in less than 7 years. If you're a first-time home buyer, this is where it gets tough. Homes under $300,000 are still out there, but they're becoming rare, and they come with a catch. Many of them, they're older, they need substantial renovations, or they're located in areas where competition is fierce. You'll likely be up against your cash buyers, investors who are flipping homes, and folks relocating from out of state who can pay well above asking. So let me ask you, are you prepared for the pace and pressure of this kind of market? And it's not just about finding the right home, it's about finding the right home that aligns with your needs, budget, and lifestyle. And navigating that takes strategy, patience, and someone in your corner who knows how to move quickly. Now, let's not forget the emotional side of this too. House hunting can be exciting, but it can also be very stressful, especially when you're watching prices rise and seeing homes go under contract in a matter of days. And here's something else to consider. Are you open to looking just outside Columbia, maybe in places like Mount Pleasant, Colioca, or even parts of Hampshire, where the market still offers a little more breathing room and value? So if you're thinking about buying in Columbia, whether it's your first home or your fifth, I'd love to help you put together a plan. I know this market inside and out, and I can show you which neighborhoods offer the best long-term value, what to expect in terms of competition, and how to be prepared before you even step into that first open house. Call me at 615-436-5995 or email me at wade@wadepricehomes.com. Now let's discuss nightlife and entertainment. Columbia is charming, but it's a quiet town. If nightlife is your thing, you may be disappointed. There are a few standout spots such as Asgard Brewing and Taps off Main, but don't expect a wide variety of lounges, live music venues, or restaurants open past 10 p.m. Late night eats are scarce, and if you're craving more options, you'll likely be heading north to Franklin or Nashville. Columbia offers peace and quiet, which many people love, but if you thrive on nightlife or cultural events, it may feel just a little bit subdued. And what about the weather? Let's talk about something that might not show up in the home listing, but you can absolutely impact your quality of life here in Columbia: the weather and allergies. Now, one of the things people love about Middle Tennessee is its beautiful four-season climate. We get vibrant spring blooms, golden fall colors, and just enough winter to feel festive. But there's a flip side to the beauty, especially if you're someone in your family has allergies. Columbia sits smack dab in what allergists refer to as the allergy belt. This region, which spans much of the southeast, is notorious for high pollen counts, especially in the spring and fall. Come March, you'll start to see that familiar yellow dust coating your car, your porch furniture, and just about everything else. The main culprits are oak, ragweed, grass, and mold spores. If you're sensitive to these, expect sneezing, congestion, itchy eyes, and that lingering foggy feeling that no one enjoys. It's not just spring. Fall brings its own wave of allergens, particularly ragweed, which peaks in September and October. Allergy season here isn't just a few weeks, it can stretch out for months. Now let's layer in the weather. Summers in Columbia are hot and humid, like it is everywhere in the South. Temperatures regularly hitting the upper 80s and 90s. Humidity levels often climb above 70%, which can be challenging if you're coming from a drier climate. Winters are generally mild, but they are unpredictable. You might go 2 years without a single snowstorm, then suddenly get hit with an icy mess that shuts down roads and schools. Salt trucks and plows aren't as common as they are in the northern cities, so even a small snow or ice event can bring things to a standstill. So how do you and your family typically handle seasonal challenges and allergy triggers, if they exist where you are now? Are you used to 4 distinct seasons, or will this be your first experience with southern humidity and pollen? It's not a deal breaker for most people, but it's something to prepare for because it will affect your day-to-day life, especially in your first year here. If you're serious about making Columbia your home and you have questions about what it's really like living through Tennessee summers or navigating the unexpected winter surprises, I'd be happy to share what I've learned from living and working right here in the heart of it all. Let's talk just a minute about crime concerns. Every town has its safer areas and its trouble spots, but Columbia is no different. While the city's made strides in law enforcement and community engagement, crime remains a concern in some neighborhoods. Recent data shows Columbia has a violent crime rate slightly higher than the national average. And property crimes, especially theft, are relatively common in older parts of town. Neighborhoods like downtown East End or some areas near Riverside require more situational awareness. That said, neighborhoods in the northern and western areas of town, closer to Neapolis or Colioca, are often considered safer and quieter. Use crime mapping tools like Spot Crime or City Protect to get a better picture when searching for homes. Now let's talk about the outdoors. Columbia does offer some beautiful natural spaces. Parks like Maury County Park and Chickasaw Trace provide green space, walking trails, and room for family outings. However, if you're an avid hiker, boater, or camper, you may find the area a bit limited. There are no large lakes, no mountains nearby, and only a handful of biking or hiking trails within city limits. For more robust outdoor recreation, waterfalls, or fishing spots, you'll be driving 45 minutes to an hour to places like Henry Horton State Park or the Natchez Trace. So if the outdoors is central to your lifestyle, that drive time can add up quickly. Now let's talk about the dining and shopping variety. Columbia is making strides restaurants and retail offerings, but variety is still limited. The dining scene is heavy on Southern food and comfort fare, plenty of barbecue and home-style dinners. While you can find a few Thai, Mexican, or Italian spots, upscale or international cuisine is very limited. Shopping is also fairly basic. For higher-end stores or specialty shopping, most residents head north to Spring Hill or Franklin, where there are more choices and larger shopping centers. So now let's take a look. Columbia, Tennessee had a lot to offer, but like any town, it's not the right fit for everyone. Whether it's the rising home prices, traffic congestion, the limited nightlife, outdoor variety, it's important to weigh the real pros and cons before making the move. My goal isn't to scare anyone off, it's to help you make an informed decision so you and your family land in the right place, not just any place. And here's the good news, you don't have to figure it out on your own. If you're considering a move, or if you are already in the middle of one and you're second guessing your options, I'm here to help. I've guided dozens of clients through this process and would love to do the same for you. So if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one call or a Zoom meeting with me, just scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description box below. We can talk about your goals, explore different neighborhoods, and figure out what you want. It might be somewhere different than Columbia. You got to look for what makes sense for the next chapter for you. And before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I post new videos every week covering everything from real estate tips to lifestyle insights right here in Middle Tennessee. And if you had any of the challenges I mentioned today, maybe you've lived here for years or maybe you just visited, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your take, and I always reply. Again, I'm Wade Price with eXp Realty, and I'm here to make your next move smarter, easier, and more enjoyable. Until next time, always stay happy, stay curious, and keep dreaming big, and I'll see y'all soon.